Okay. Now, so we discuss it for what else? We discuss it for time types. Yes, earn leave and sick leave, and we have created three more as well: maternity and paternity and bereavement leave. Okay, all right. So we discussed on sick and earn leave. We have enrolled the workbook for it, right? So we have entered the time types. Okay, let we create them in the system, and then we're gonna we after creating the time type, then we'll create the time account type. Okay, now, so we have done for what right now? So we have done for only, we have done time type. So little bit, this is a big workbook, so obviously you need to check it out one by one. Okay, right. So the important fields are, one second, yes, the important fields in time type. Let's say, let's go on. So there are some fields. My touch is not working, so I can use the Excel. So here we have filled it. Yeah, okay, let's go on. So let's go on. Manage data. You can use, to create the time type, you can use the manage time of structures as well, as I told you, or else you can use the manage data as well. I told you in the previous classes as well that whenever you are using the certain objects, let's say MDF objects, the MDF objects, the configuration will be done on the object definitions, correct? And the data you can create on manage data. But especially for there is an packaged solution, the packaged solution for position, the position is also MDF object, where if you want to see the configuration you can see on object definition. But if you want to create the data, you can use the manage data as well, or even you can use the manage position as well. So this is the perfect way to create a position system. If you can create the position by using manage data as well, but the synchronization issues will come. So that's the reason we won't use the manage data to create a position. This is package related configuration. Okay. Similarly, I'm talking about the time as well. Even the time objects are available as a package. Time objects are available as a package. So these packages are activated. Once these packages are activated, means what? Means what? Let's say you are having employee central at the time of the at the time of the configuration time, implementation time for the first time, the project. I told couple of times, if it is an implementation project, if it is an implementation project, and even that implementation project is completely customizable, completely customization, if that is completely customization, which means everything you are doing manual configuration, everything you are doing manual configuration. So mandatory that you need to activate the objects for employee central. You need to activate the objects. Employee central, it is a customization object. So customization implementation, you are doing manual configuration, so you have to activate objects. If it is a best practices implementation, if it is a best practices implementation, the objects will activate automatically. Yes, objects will activate automatically. Which objects? Which means those are MDF objects. Those are MDF objects. MDF objects you need to activate. Example, I'm talking about Employee Central. I think we already went through the Employee Central. Okay, so we have a setting page. So before we go on this one, let me show you the objects activation. It's important. So because we are talking in the customization, right? Let's go ahead on it here. So here you can see that Employee Central Settings. There is a page called Employee Central Settings. Employee Central Settings. Yes, manage Employee Central Settings. So in this place we will activate Employee Central related objects configuration. Example here, I'm talking about position management. We discussed that, here this is the one object we have activated. Once you activate this package, position related MDF objects will get activated. Okay, if it is a manual implementation, if it's a best practices implementation, automatically this button position management will get activated automatically. How? You are going to best practices, right, with the window. Let me repeat it. How you are going to do the best practices? You are going to do the best practices from the upgrade center, right? So you'll be going to the upgrade center where you are installing your employee central core setup. Your employee central core setup, you need to select best practices. You can see there one option here, best practice. I have shown you a couple of times. So best practices. So here you can see employee central core setup. This is the one. So once you install this one, by default position also will get activated. Okay, not the time off time off won't time off won't get activated. Okay, only the employee central related fields, which means the position management also will get activated. Okay, sir, there are a few more as well, right? Let's say company structure view, and mostly let's talk about the important company structure overview and document generation. These things will get activated? No, no, these all are not part of best practices. In the best practices, only the position management will get activated for your employee central core. Now let's talk about same custom implementation. If the custom implementation, you need to come to this place and you need to act what objects you required. You want position management package, activate it. You want a company structure package, activate it. You want a document generation package, activate it. What is document generation package? It's coming, I'll tell you in coming days. So this is an additional scope I want to tell you. This is the producing the letters, developing the letters. Okay, now, so let's talk about one more package. We already discussed this one. I'm giving a hint on it again. Let's talk about the time package now. So I'm talking about time package. When I say time package, I told you that there are two packages are there. One is about only the time off, which is absence. Only the time off, which is absence. Only the absence is available in the system, we can activate it. Okay, and the second thing is we have time sheets. So this is for the attendance, just for the attendance. Wait, lot of people will ask this question. Time sheets for what? Time sheets for just employees login time and logout time, or employees whether they are they have they come to office or not, just for the calculation. That's it only. Apart from nothing else, you cannot bill customer based upon this availability. No, if you want to bill the customer based upon the employee availability that worked on the so and so project, then this success factor timesheet doesn't work. You have to buy the additional timesheet, which is an SAP CX. You need to buy it, or else you need to build a custom Angular solution or custom BTP with Angular and Angular JS or Node.js solution on the BTP environment. Then it works. Okay. Now, next, the third one is where we'll be using for real-time integration. That's called time tracking. So for the time tracking, these two are important, as I told you. Okay, now let we active the differentiation that, wait, important point here I want to cover. The reason why I'm telling you these all the steps again, the reason is certain customizations are there in the system where you can take only when the time tracking is active in the system. Certain requirements are there in the system where you cannot take those requirements, and you need to tell them those are not possible in the system. We will propose if any workarounds. That's it. When the time tracking is not available, you can't do this. Example, I'll tell you one requirement. Let's say a customer who is having a timesheet, external timesheet, where the timesheet data is getting integrated. I have shown you the picture on the maybe in the beginning of the time sessions, where in the picture, where in the biometric device, where the data has been done, let's say where SAP Cloud connector will take the biometric device data and will load the data into our SuccessFactor MDF objects, and the data will be pulled into the timesheets. Now, once the data is plotted, example, employee did not come to office. Employee did not come to office, and where he is having editable access. Of course, employees will have editable access without knowing any kind of information. He's just changing the his time. Let's say login time, and he's changing his duration clock time, or maybe duration of the time is. Of course, when you're giving an ESS permission, employee self-service permission, they will change it. If employees are changing their timesheet, then what is the usage of it? There is no usage. Now means what? Let's say I'm saying that I'm available in office for 8 hours, which is correct. Let's say I did not available at office for 8 hours, I was available for only for 4 hours, but I did not apply leave as well. Then the case then the case where employee has to go or HR has to go and they have to revise the time, not 4 hours, they have to change 4 to 8 hours, then they need to submit the timesheet. So this kind of scenarios where HR has to do it, so then the HR will consider that okay, 4 hours only present, and 4 hours they will apply a leave behalf of the employee, or even they will instruct the employee to apply a leave, and they will apply remaining 4 hours and they can do it. But the employees are very mature, they're not doing these all things, just they are coming into the system, they're editing it. So this kind of accesses I wanna restrict for employees. Then the case how? When you're having time tracking is enabled, then only your timesheet attendance can be calculated and can be given with a customization where employees cannot enter recorded time. So these are the things. Then what is the solution? Then you need to propose a workaround, which is a new additional time type you need to create it. Okay, all right. Or maybe you need to do a solution on the your success factor along with the CPI integration, which we have done it for a couple of customers. Okay, all right. So that's the reason you did not promise anything to customer if you doesn't know any solution. Let's say if the customer has asked a custom solution, tell them that you will check and let you know, because you will find the KBS very easily on the system, but those KBS will support only when the time tracking is enabled. Sir, I will go and system, I will enable time tracking. Where should I enable? Let's say come down to the success factor, manage employee central settings, where you can see here time off, time of leave absence, and timesheet. There I can see clock in, clock out. And there I can see, success factors time tracking. Let's say here, let me open this all thing. Yes. Okay. Now, what is this? So when I say the time off, I told you, right, this is for only for absence. So time off for absence, this is completely will be used for absence. Okay, and time off for leave of absence. You know what? Earlier, people did not buy the license of people did not activate the time off. Time off is a package. They did not activate the time off package. If they did not activate the time off package, then in the Employee Central Core, they have an option called LOA, leave of absence. LOA, leave of absence. This will be used. LOA. This will be used only when you are having Employee Central Core. Only in Employee Central Core. Only in Employee Central Core. Now currently I'm having time off package, right? So that's the reason in this configuration it has been set for off. Off. Now I'm activating time off. So when time off is being activated, then which means this is an absence mechanism has been there, which means your time off related objects, which are time type, time account type, all are, all are, all are. Guys, just give me a second. Okay, now the time of related objects, there are altogether 15, I think so, 15 around MDF objects will get generated. 15 MDF objects. Maybe some of the objects you may know you'll be working on directly. Some of the objects will be there in the back end to take care of it. Okay, so these objects will get activated automatically. Activated automatically. You want to see that? Let's go to the system here. Let's go for wait. So these time of objects, once you are activate them in the system, you can see them in a those are objects, right? Those are objects, right? So which means you can see them in object definition. You can see them in object definition. You can go to the configure object definitions. So there you can select it, and here you can select, you just type it time. So when I say time, you can see that no, all are these are time. Time. All are objects on, all are objects, all are. I'm telling you only the 15 because these are the child object. Parent objects will be there, child objects will be there. That's the reason. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, so here these objects will be created. Like example, I'll be opening as a time type, time type, time type, time type. Let's say time account type, time type. You can find time profile, time type. Yes, this is an MDF object. So that will be having child objects as well. But anyway, so this is the time type, is an MDF object. Now to create the time type in the system, where this is an MDF object, right? So 1 second, system got slow. So here you can use the manage data to create the objects. As we know, this is the one place you can just come down here and say time type. You can create it. Okay, you can, this is an MDF object, this is a managed data where this object related fields, whatever has been there, these package related fields are available here. Okay, this is one place. And second place is where this is a custom package solution of SAP, right? So this is the, by managed data is a generic tool, and SAP success factor, especially for time, it is having their own native tool that's called time of structures. In time of structures as well, same screen. See this, search inactive records, create new, same screen will be there, just naming is different. Similarly for manager, so here also you can create it. Sir, is there any difference if I'm creating with that button and this button? Truly speaking, there is no difference. Only the difference is with the position. If you want to create the position with the managed data, synchronization issues will come. Okay, if you're creating with the managed positions, there won't be any kind of synchronization. So data will get loaded with the job to position to job based upon the business rule that we set. Okay, here as well. So we have a managed data, here also we have managed time structure. You can use both the way, but there won't be any kind of issue. Okay, all right. Now let's go ahead. This is the place where you're going to write. This is also one of the MDF object. Sorry, to create, to feed the data for your MDF objects. Now let's move on. So next, timesheet. Now timesheet means, timesheet we did not start, but I want to tell you the timesheet as well for you. Will take some additional time, but we'll finish off this one as well. So in the timesheet is nothing but as I told you, we can record the employee time. So even this one also under comes with the employee central only. Employee central only. Let's say there are the customers who are purchasing the success factor solution. They will tell you that they wanted the time off. We will tell them the time of installation. Some customers, they will be saying that we don't want timesheet. There are professional software companies are there, where a professional service based companies are there, where they does not need the timesheet configuration for them. Even there are some retail customers also there, where they did not wanted success factor timesheet at all, because in the abroad, in especially I'm talking about North America, as I told you beginning of the session, maybe on the last week I told you the time management session last Wednesday, in especially for America, where most of the companies, they won't use the success factor timesheet or success factor time off. They will use employee central core leave of absence if required. Otherwise, everything they will maintain on UKG Chronos only, Ultimate Chronos. Or they will use the workforce software time and attendance record keeping over there. They will maintain their customization shifts. They'll maintain their time sheets. They'll maintain their leave absence. Everything they'll maintain over there only. As the time is going on, the time is getting where SAP has implemented more changes on this one. And then even these timesheets and time off, where they have activated with accrual policies, accrual time evolution, by using a new model called time tracking. Okay, so this one also remove, this one is not required. Okay, timesheet. So time tracking. Now if you are working with the timesheet, you can work with the clock in clock out or duration based. You can work with the clock in clock out, or you can work with the duration based. A clock in clock out, if you turned off, which means you can work with the duration. Clock in clock out means where the punch, when you do a swipe in the system, in your biometric device, your login time will come. Login time, at what time you have logged on. And swipe out means your log out. So in terminology of success factor, we call them as at a terminal both pairs. I'm using a word. At terminal both pairs. A terminal side will have a one pair, which is a clock in, and the second pair is a clock out. Okay, so if this is not, then we will work with the duration. Now I want to work with the time off and time sheets and clock in clock out. Then the case, how to activate them? Come down here, let's say come down here and activate this one, time off and time sheet. And I don't want to work with time tracking. Let's simply say turn off, turn off. One second. I don't know, it's not working. Okay, and I'm turning off timesheets as, wait, 1 second. Oh yeah, this not is working. Generally, in the customer system, it will turn off. Okay, and this one will turn off, and this one also will get turned off. And once you turn off this one, even you can turn off this one as well. Okay, then the only time off will be there. No, I don't want to work with the time tracking. I want to work with the timesheet. Just enable time off and timesheets. Once you activate time off and timesheets, where you can work with the time off and timesheets only with the duration. No, I don't want to work with the duration. I want work with the clock in clock out. Then you can enable this one. Time off, timesheet, clock in clock out work together. Okay, now what is this time tracking? A time tracking will work with the clock in clock out only. Okay, now listen, time tracking is an additional license. Let's say if you are the customer is purchasing for 1,000 licenses or 500 licenses. Okay, employee central core will be there, and employee central time off and timesheet will be there, but time tracking won't be there. Again, if the customer want to use the time tracking, if unfortunately if you have activated this one, let's say if the customer has bought for the unit of one unit means 500 units, sorry, 500 accounts. So in 500 units, you know what, 500 accounts multiply by $6 is equal to $35. 35, so how many? 3,500. So $3,500 is a monthly bill will get generated for a customer, and money gone. So that's the reason, whenever you are writing, whenever you are activating the packages, make sure that you should not activate time tracking if you are not using it in the system, or if it is not available in the purchase order. Okay, now let's go ahead, and this is a sales system, and this feature is already enabled, right? So I'm not going to override, but in the functionals are not working, but anyway, leave it. So let's focus on our intention is time off and time sheet. We'll go ahead in the duration basis. Clock in clock out also we can go ahead, I have shown you already. So we can go ahead with the time off and time sheet with the duration basis, we'll see. So which means clock in clock out, when you activate it, doesn't mean that no, you should work in only on duration. Clock in clock out, you can work with the duration also, it works, it we will see it. Okay, okay. Now let's say this is the place, once you activate these packages, and you can say save it, and then the related packages will get activated in the system. The related packages will get activated in the system. Now whenever you create time of implementation, so as per the workbook, first configure the time types. After completion of your holidays and holiday calendars and work schedules, then go ahead for the time types. Sir, in the time types, how to create it? What is the process of it? So in time type, whatever the time types are existing in the system, right, in the workbook, right, create them first, create them first. Once the time types are created, then go ahead and create the time account type. Time account type, go ahead and create the time account type. What is the advantage? The advantage, once you're creating a time type, so there are the situations will be there that the logic will be the common for multiple time account types. There are the some cases will be there, logic will be the common. Yes, so for them we can reuse the logics. So that's the reason first you should have an understanding about the time type. So once you create them in the system, then articulate them in a algorithmic manner, then open the time account type, whatever the time type is required, just go ahead and update it. That's it. Okay, it's a manual. And next, even the time account type as well, you cannot create just like that, one, I can, there are, let's say, let me open it. So here as well, let's say first I'll show you time type. I'm opening it. In the time type as well, if you are creating this one, you can create some of the fields very easily. Some of the fields, if you want to configure them, there is set protocols are there, which means you have to activate some of the configuration, so then only you're eligible for some more configuration. There are some fields you need to choose it first, then only other fields you can choose it. Similarly, for here as well, the time account time as well, there is a time account time. So I know I have already briefed these all things as well. Time account type, time account type, even the time account type as well. So by seeing this page is only one or two fields only, you know what, this page will contain more than 30 to 60 fields. 30 to 60 fields will come. But these 30 to 60 fields, what you need to do is, you need to do it you need to do in a sequential wise. So now here these fields, you have to do it in a one by one sequential wise order. So you cannot activate, I can see in a horizontal order, no, I can simply come and do it. No, no, you can't do it. No, there is a process, there is a discipline required. What field, after the what field, which field you need to activate it one by one. So we will see that same sequences one by one in our class. Okay, now let's go ahead with the time tab. Let's say here we have the time tabs in the system we created. One is an earn leave. One second. Yes, so we have created the sick leave, earn leave, maternity leave, paternity leave, bereavement leave. Okay, so let's create one by one. Okay, let's talk about the earn leave. Let's say, and the system I'm going to create first, I'll create with the external code. I'll use the batch number 72 underscore earn leave. Earn leave is nothing but annual leave only. That's it, nothing else. So copy this one, an external code, and naming the same thing as earn leave. Okay, and UUID, the system will get generated automatically. This is important. This is important. So the system will generate it automatically. The reason why, because some employees will be there, they'll be creating their time type. Let's say they'll be applying their annual
Voice
the
is a bit
annual, they will
cluster.
apply it. Sorry. So now here this one entity UID is there. In entity UID, where the people has applied the leave and you want to cancel that leave. You understand? They have applied the leave, but we want to cancel it. We want to cancel it. How the instance, how the occurrence to cancel it, then UUID will help out. Okay, so these are really important. We will download all the UIDs, and exactly for that employee UID, whatever it is there, we will use that one and we'll delete it. Then the balance will get added into the account. Okay, right. Now, so that's the reason this is important, UID. Okay, workflow configuration, do you require the time type for workflow configuration? We'll create a basic configuration for the time type. Let's go for, to create the workflow, I'll create a basic one. Now let's go for uh org pay and job structure. Org pay and job structure. So in organization pay and job structure, where we'll be creating the, where we'll be creating a workflow. I'll create a simple workflow to create my time types. Let's say here I'm going to create, I'm use the same thing, batch for leave. Let's say here, where is this? Yes. So I'll use the same batch number 72. I'll use for time off. I'll common time off. I'll use it. Workflow. I'll use the double F. I'll use the same thing. These all thing, it's okay. And make sure, now it's a really good in 1H, we got very good features on delegation. So redirect is yes, and simply say, no, I'll make it here, no, role is called manager. A manager is going to approve my time off, and say save it. Okay, so simple workflow, I'll use it. Copy this one, come down here and say workflow configuration. Yes, you want workflow configuration, simply say here a lot of workflows are there, so select it, what is the workflow you want. So this workflow is active. Okay, now, so time type. So I said, now, so this is the discipline. Try to understand. The discipline is, whenever you are choosing the time type, make sure that after completion of your external names, let's say here, after, guys, just give me a second. Sir, tell me, sir. So public cloud, easy payroll only, right? Okay. Okay, sir. I'll share the ballpark price. And what is the timeline that they're looking for? Is it a 20 weeks, 25 weeks project, or 30 weeks project? 25, 26. Okay, all right, sir. Yeah, because it's a payroll, right? Payroll always it will take 6 months of time, and that if it's a mid-time payroll, right? So we need to load the previous year cycles. Let's say so far now we are in the month of this one, right? May, right? Now it will go for 6 months till January. So if you are going live by January, February, then we need to load the previous year all the historical transactions, financial year transaction into the employee central payroll system. The things. So that's the reason. Okay, okay, sir. Sure. Okay, sir. I'll plan it and we'll share with you. Yeah, sure. Yeah, bye. Sorry, guys. All right. So, yes. Okay. Sorry. So now the order. Whenever you are creating the time type, whenever you're creating the first, thing important, complete the naming things. Complete naming conventions. Conventions. Naming conventions. After completing the naming conventions, then update the country. Important. Which country you are implementing it, which country you are doing it. So here I have added the workflow, right? But it's okay, that's not the correct behavior. The correct behavior is which country or region you are implementing it. So let's say here I'm implementing a country and region called India. Let's say you select India. So what I did, I have selected country India. Okay, okay, completed country or region, update country region. This is the second step. So, and the third step is once you done the country region India, so now the things comes into picture. Workflow is the right. We'll do workflow. Hold on. Now in this earn leave, the units. So you want to go ahead with the hourly basis units or days basis units. Let's say unit. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Now units. Let's say I want to go ahead with the days basis. Days basis. When you select the days basis, it's a what you're doing. You're saying that your time type works with the days. Okay. Now select it. When you're having a time tracking, then you can choose that. When you're having a time tracking, you can choose the hours. When you're having time tracking is not there, timesheet is there, but even the timesheet you are having clock in clock out, then the case you can take hourly basis. You can take hourly basis. But here in my system, currently I am going to do it on duration basis. When I say the duration based duration based, then take the days. My suggestion, no, the customer said that hey, people could go for vacation hourly basis. Let's say they can take a 2 hours leave, they can take 6 hours leave, even they can take 7 hours 4 hours leaves. Hourly wise also they can take leave, hourly wise. Then the case then the case you need to measure unit as hours. But initially we are doing a first time implementation in our learning purpose, right? So then choose the days. Okay, let's say go ahead. I have choose the days. Now next classification. So what is this classification? The time tab whatever I have configured, that under comes to which classification. So here is an attendance, a break, sorry, attendance, break, on call, extra. Now when I say extra, when you're having overtime calculations, overtime calculations, maybe we call them as a time of leave, toil accounts, time of leave accounts, time of leave. Let's say you can see here somewhere time of leave liu configuration will be the toil account, TOIL, toil. When you're having a toil account, then we will use the classification as extra. Okay, next. And if there's a timesheet is there, in the timesheet, we require some time type to record your attendance, then we'll use for the attendance. Okay, and absence means to clarify the use for time off. The time type that I'm using, this is for time of absence, then I'll use the absence. Okay, let's say if I'm using for attendance, and this attendance will come for timesheet related time type, timesheet related time type, which means what? Example, let's say here you can go to the any one person timesheet. Let's go for timesheet. If I'm going for timesheet, if you want to activate, this is my timesheet. Okay, so here you can see the time. So here what happened, can you see here working time? Working time, can you see here? The working time is a time type actually. Record. When I say record, you can see here time type, working time. So when is a working time is there, here you can see time type, a lot of lower time, business travel, blah blah. Working time, working time, the classification is what? The classification is attendance. You want to see that? Go to the system. Can you see here classification? Attendance. When you choose the attendance, see here, all fields will be wiped out. See here, all fields will be wiped out. You want to say it? Let's go for attendance. See here, wiped out. This is this is the behavior. This is the behavior. That's what I've been telling we have to follow the format. Then number 4, you have to define classification. Is it attendance, or maybe it's an absence, or attendance? Absence or attendance. Come down here and say here I'm having attendance, absence. When I say absence, again my fields will come. Let's say if it is not the absence, it is on call. On call means what? This is something, a kind of a time type where you can feed your timesheet application. Okay, for this one we'll use it. Let's go for a break. Just to calculate your breaks. Let's say you were on a break, so and so reason, and your if you remember right, in the work skills I told you, you'll be working for 1 hour break, right? That break we will define with the time type. Okay, all right. Now let's move on. I'll be making this one as a absence, and even I have one more thing called, this is for toil account, we will use it. Okay, toil accounts, time of leave. Let's say here I'm using for absence. When I choose for absence, I have selected absence here. That's really good. And then here absence is done. Next, collision grouping. A collision grouping here, don't select it. You know what? Some companies will have a group of time types. Group of time types. A group of time types means where the employees will have a sick leave, employees will have a military leave, employees will have a jury leave, employees will have a earn leave, employees will have a something else leave, quota leaves, whatever it is, vacation, summer vacations, whatever it is. You know, we want to combine these all the time types into one collision, and we will tell them the deduction quantity of leave balance should be done for one time type only, time account type only. For related configuration we'll use it, but for now, which is not required for us, so just we'll ignore collision grouping. We won't use the collision grouping for now. Okay, leave it. Okay, next, request on non-working. Request on non-working. A request on non-working, this is the one. So Saturday, Sunday, if the people wants to apply a leave, obviously it's a leave, right? Weekend is a holiday, right? They can do it now, so they can select it. But listen now. Customer will tell you that customer will tell you that their leave policy is their leave policy is Saturday, Sunday also includes. Example, example, example. Come down here. Mm, wait. Before we go on, there is one more thing I'll tell you. One more behavior. We have selected unit per days, right? And immediately, you need to select one more thing here as well. Let's say permitted fractions per unit per day, right? So this is the one. You need to load this one as well. So here you can choose it. Only full day bookings allowed or half day bookings allowed. You can choose, or quarterly bookings allowed. You can choose it. So once you do this one, which one? Unit per days. Then you need to load this one. Permitted fractions per unit per day. You need to choose this one as well. Let's make it fourth option. This is the one. And let's make this one as a fifth option. Okay. And you need to select permitted fractions for unit per day. Is it in what? Is it in a full bookings, half day bookings, or quarterly bookings? I told you, right? Quarterly booking means that's a 0.25. Half day booking means 0.5. Full day means full 8 hours. Okay, I'll make it full day booking. The reason why is this is the customer requirement. The customers will tell you that earn leaves should be a full day bookings, full bookings, full bookings, or half day bookings, or quarterly bookings. Most of the customer recommends for these are annual leaves, right? Annual leaves always they have to go for full day bookings only, full day bookings only, full day bookings, not half day bookings, not half day booking, not quarterly day bookings. Okay, that's the reason I'm selecting this one out there. Okay, next, permitted fractions per unit per hour. This is not required because you have choose it these days, right? That's the reason it's not required. Okay, next, classification is done. Next, absence class. So in absence class here, if you want to create, you can create it. Otherwise, my recommended 99 percentage, put that unspecified. Unspecified. Okay, right? Yes. Next, collision grouping boundary classification is done. Requesting, yes. Now, when you are doing this one, absence configuration, flexi, posting priority, balance. There's one more field, guys. I'll tell you. Yes, see here. The duration according to display. The duration display according to here. This is the important thing. You need to select this one. Duration according to. Now, how do you want to take the leaves? Every employee to take leaves, duration display according to work schedule or calendar. Work schedule or calendar. You can see work schedule, calendar, or deduction quantity. Now, when I say deduction quantity, based upon your balance you're having, you can select Saturday, Sunday, doesn't matter. You can do it. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's a public holiday, private holiday, doesn't matter. Okay, you just take it up leave. But now here, I'm having work schedule and calendar days. When I say work schedule, let's say you are working to office Monday to Friday. You're coming to office Monday to Friday. When you're coming to office Monday to Friday, where your annual leaves will be counted Monday to Friday only, and Saturday, Sunday will be bonanza free gift for you. But customers in the company, what they will tell you, what? This is This is annual leave. Annual leave must ensured your display duration should be done according to calendar days. Maternity leave display according to calendar days. And sabbatical leave, okay, display according to according to calendar days. Okay, now so here I'm going to create duration display according to calendar days. Let's say come down here, calendar days, calendar days, calendar days. Number 8. In number 8, where what is this? Once you done duration display according to calendar days, then come down and here you can mention where is that point? Yes, request non-working days allowed. Yes, non-working days allowed. Yes, they can apply even Saturday and Sunday as well. Yes, they can apply. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They can apply. They can apply even Saturday and Sunday as well. Some people will tell you that some people will tell you that no, Saturday Sunday they cannot apply. Only the apply. Only they cannot apply. But the counting has to be done Saturday and Sunday. The counting has to be done Saturday and Sunday. Then the case you have to choose the below one is the display. The duration display should display in the calendar days, and Saturday Sunday should not. Saturday Sunday should not. Then keep it no. No, Saturday Sunday also you can apply leave. Doesn't matter. Let's say today is Saturday. From today, this Saturday onwards, next Saturday. The reason why I'm telling the request non-working days allowed. I'm making yes. The reason why is you cannot apply annual leave which is starting from Monday. Are you getting? If my work schedule is if my work listen customization this is if my work schedule is starting from Monday to Friday, the customer has told a review that, or maybe the policy that if any people who want to go for annual leave, if they are going for annual leave on Monday, or if they are going for annual leave on Friday, okay, especially on Monday, okay, after the public holiday, remember this one, after holiday onwards, they are not eligible for annually. After holiday they're not eligible for holiday. Means what? Today is Sankranti, assume it, today is Sankranti, tomorrow onwards I want to go for holidays, annually vacations. No, it's not possible. Okay, the reason why is every public holiday next later on you cannot start it. Let's say today I have taken sick leave and tomorrow onwards I want to go for additional leave. Not possible. Not at all possible. Not at all possible. What the conditions are, people will tell you that hey, if it is annual, if you are taking before working day, let's say if you want to go ahead on Monday and after Friday you're working, right? Then you can work on from the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you can continue your holiday period, because Saturday Sunday is payable for you actually. In every company they'll calculate in this way. If they're having this kind of a logics, then the case you have to come down here, you have to choose requesting non-working days allowed, yes. Which means what? If you want to apply a leave on Monday won't possible. You have to you have to check the calendar from Saturday onwards. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days will be there. Wednesday 10, then you can take it up. Okay, make sure you should do it. Next, let's say the customer said that I don't want request on Saturday Sunday, he said no. Then the case that requirement don't take it up. Which requirement? If people are taking leave and every public holiday, every weekend, they cannot take annual leave. Every weekend they cannot take annual leave. They will tell you this kind of a take rule condition, which falls under if the work schedule is called, if the work schedule is a non-working day, if the work schedule what they're having is a non-working day, after the non-working day, or after the non-working day, after non-working day they cannot avail the annual leave. They can avail the they can avail the they can avail the holiday only after working day. They'll tell you this logic. If they're telling this logic, then you have to say this one is no, yes only. Okay, so requesting non-working days allowed. Annual leave eligible for who? For eligible if okay, right? So then the case we'll keep it yes. So we'll keep it no. Oh my god. Or yaar, all are gone yaar. Okay. No, then no, then they can apply leave Monday as well. They can apply leave on Monday as well. They can apply Monday leave as well. They can work. They can apply Monday as well. Monday as well, or after non-working day. After non-working day. Okay. Next. This is a condition. It's a based on condition. Now this is also completed. Now accrual recalculation relevances. Okay. Ignore it. Don't touch it. Okay. There are fields are there. Time tracking related. Don't touch it. Leave it. Okay. Next. When this is the time type is earn leave, right? So from your mind, you need to delete this topic. The topic is permitted leave of absence event reason, leave of absence return to work. These two are ignored. Now let's say if it is a maternity, employee will have a separation. Let's say employee is going for maternity, we'll apply event reason. And employee is coming back to company, we'll apply event reason return to work. If employee is going for sabbatical leave, long term leave, and again he's coming to work, then we'll use return to work. But annual leave just for 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, no, there is not at all required for define event and event reason for it. Not at all required. So not required. Okay. Next, activate cancellation workflow, flexible requesting. Okay, not required. Balance calculation. So balance. Yes, this is the one. Next. Now, after the bookings, full day bookings done, right? Full day bookings, and then this is the one. So balance calculation setting. The balance calculation, consider bookings after the calculation date and consider booking until calculation date. Until calculation date. So the same thing. Consider booking after calculation date. Let's say currently the booking, let's say in my pocket, I'm having 15 days of leave balance. 15 days of leave balance. So how I can calculate it? Let's say 15 days has to come because I'm having a 15 days of vacation. So can say 15 days of vacation is there, then I can apply 15 days of vacation. Okay. Then we'll use consider booking until calculation date. Consider booking until calculation date. Consider booking until calculation date. Okay. Next. This is the one you have to do it. Consider booking until calculation date. Okay. Next. Uh, what else are there? Hmm. Yes, now let's go to the workflow now. Now in workflow configuration, you require a workflow, then come down here, create the workflow. Where is the workflow? I created one workflow, right? Where is the workflow? Here is the one. Let's go for batch number 72. Yes, time of this is the one, right? I created. Okay, let's go for create this one. Okay, this is for the workflow configuration, and let's go for admin workflow. For admin, you can maintain separate workflow. For activate cancellation workflow, here let me tell you. So this workflow will be activated only when an employee is doing, he applied a leave, then this workflow will get triggered. Okay. Next, when the admin workflow configuration, let's say if I am the admin, if let's say HR admin is there, when admin is doing means what, behalf of any employee, behalf of employee if you are doing, that's called admin workflow. Okay. Proxy permission, then the other workflow we will trigger. You can use it one more workflow, and you can say for cancellation also you can keep it workflow as well. Okay. And workflow configuration, this is for the admin as well. Let's say for admin, you can use one more. For admin, what I'll do is, let me create one more. Let's go for organization, pay and job structure. Let's go for workflow, batch number 72. This is for admin. I'll use the name admin. Okay. And here delegate supported, yes. And I'll take this one as a role, and here I'll use the manager. Okay. And say yes. So copy, come down here. This is for admin workflow. Okay. For cancellation also workflow will get triggered. Okay. For both the things will take it triggered. Like flexi requesting, where I don't want any flexi requesting. Let's say if we choose yes, an employee can enter booking amount, where is the planned working time and work schedule. No, ignore it. Okay. Next, absence retention group, not required. Posting priority here. Posting time accounts defined by time. This one I won't touch this one. I'll start the time account, then I'll tell you. Absence requesting flexi time and no absence configuration. So absence configuration. So here, so ignore it and say save it. This is the way how to create the unleave. I have created unleave. I have created the unleave. Okay, that's it. And then we need to create the timer contact. Hold on. We'll create timer contact one by one. This is for the time type. Now, similarly, let's create one more time account. So time type. Let's go for here again. Time type. Okay. Let's go for now. Only I have created. Now I'll go and create maternity or something else. Okay. Let's create. So now let's talk about another leave. So let's talk about another leave where we have what else leaves there. Sick leave is also there. It's an half day only. I mean, it's a sick leave configuration. Let's do for a sick leave as well. So in the sick leave as well, how we will be doing it? Let's say in a sick leave, the time type also. Let's, where is this? Yes, sick leave. Yes. So for the sick leave, so the naming convention will follow. This is a batch number 72 earn leave, right? Come down here and say batch number 72 sick leave. Sick leave. Okay, it's a sick leave. Naming conventions I have copied and say here I mentioned the naming conventions. Now let's go ahead in the process. Number one, complete naming conventions done. Update country and region. Okay. Now let's say go to the system and say, so here I'll be using country. Where is the country? Country. Let's say control F and say country region. Country region here. Let's say come down here, India. I'll follow the way what I have given. That's it. Don't go any your own way. Okay. You will get a problem. You won't understand. Next unit. Obviously, I want to go ahead at duration based only. So then I'll choose this. The unit permitted hours will be a days. Okay. Then next, after then what? After then permitted fractions per unit per day. All right. So permitted fraction. Let's say how I can when I say day and how much time you can have permitted fractions per unit per hour per unit day. So here we have only bookings allowed half day bookings. A sick leave, right? People will take half day sick leave as well. Let's say allow half day sick leave as well. Completed. Classification, absence or attendance. So this is absence or attendance. Where is this? Absence or attendance. So absence class. So here, not this one. Classification is this one. So attendance or absence. This is completely absence only. Wait, this is mandatory fail. You know why? When I say absence, your direction will get affected. You will get negative balance. Okay, in easy payroll side, these are important. When they are doing calculation, this is important. Okay, right, the calculation is important. Now let's go for this one also completed. Specific absence class will keep it unspecified only. Okay, ticket done, this is also done. Next, um duration display according to calendar days. So duration display according to duration display, control F, put that. Duration display according to, so these the sick leave, right? Sick leave is not required for calendar days, not required. So work schedule, they'll Monday to Friday they can apply any half day leave or any full day leave, they can take sick leave, there is no problem. Once I done the duration according to display work schedule, then you can see that no, request for non-working days allowed, it's a no only. Sick leave you cannot work, you cannot apply on Saturday, you cannot apply on Sunday as well. Yeah, wait, if your work schedule is belongs to, if your work schedule belongs to shifts, let's say today is Monday, I'm in shift day, that's fine, it's a working day only, right? You can apply half day leave, that's not a problem. Let's say as per the work schedule, today is my non-working day. If it is non-working day, if I want to take sick leave, that's fine, I can take a sick leave, that's not a problem. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, I'll use this one according to work. That's the reason they have given according to work schedule, and requesting for non-working days allowed. This is how. Okay, all right. This is also done. Next, what else? Requesting for non-completed. Next, balance calculation setting. Consider booking. Balance calculation. Balance calculation. Balance calculation. Balance calculation. Posting. Balance calculation zone. Consider booking until calculation date. Okay, and then workflow. Workflow we have it right. Then workflow. Workflow configuration. We missed this one. Workflow configuration 10 and 11. This is for the workflow configuration, batch number 72. I've created batch number. This is for the employee workflow where manager will approve it. Okay, and next one more thing here. Cancellation workflow, same the workflow will get triggered, and admin workflow. This is the for admin workflow where the admin will get. There is one more, manager will get approved, right? So admin workflow. Admin workflow configuration. Admin workflow configuration. That's it. Okay. This is for the admin. This is also clear. Okay. 12 steps are there for the basic time tab. Any time tab, these are things are important. Okay. Completed. Yes. For sick leave also completed. Clear. Now let's do for one more thing. This one completed. This one completed. Now we'll do for paternity, maternity, and bereavement leave. Okay. Let's create it. One more time type. Time type. Yes. Now let's create one more time type as per my workbook. Let's maternity paternity, this one required event and event, it's a separate configuration. So let's do one thing, let's create for the bereavement leave. Okay, so bereavement leave, let's say copy this one, And for every payment leave, we need to generate for this also we have to create the time account type. It's a permanent account type. We need to create it. Okay, but we'll do it. But we'll do one by one. So classifications, how we can do it. Let's say the first one is the batch number 72 payment leave, and the ID also I'll fill the same pattern. Okay, and next the configuration, no, it says unit per days. Next one is no unit per days. I'll make it this one as a unit per days, as I told you. But guys, follow this sequence only. This is the god for your time type configuration. For time account type configuration, tomorrow we'll discuss. That's a really goddess then. Now let's go ahead on this one. Now after then we need to talk about the classification. This is absence only. Okay, and then we need to talk about unit completed, permitted fractions. Yes, so permitted fractions, if someone has lost permitted fractions per day. So permitted fractions, we will take here same. Let's say I want to take it up, also only full day bookings. Okay, if someone lost, it's a full day bookings only, right? Okay, and then what else? Classification absence. Yes, absence class unspecified. Yes, by default will be an this unspecified only. And absence class, wait, there is one more thing. This is absence. Classification is absence, and absence class is unspecified. Okay, both are done. Okay, next duration display according to. So the duration display according to, this is something you cannot calculate in weekends. So you have to do it in a based upon your calendar work schedules only. So the duration display based upon the work schedule only. Okay, that is also completed. Requesting non-working days. So requesting non-working days is called no, because Saturday and Sunday is holiday for them. So requesting Saturday Sunday, it's a holiday only. Okay. Okay, then what else? Then what else? Then what else? We have done this one. A request the completed. Next, balance calculation setting. So balance calculation setting, we always follow the same thing. Consider until booking until date only. Consider until booking date only. Okay. Next, and mm, and then that's it. Workflow configuration. So let's fill the work. Say same workflow. Let's go for batch number 72. Time of workflow, and say here cancellation is there. Cancellation also should have the workflow, and say balance setting. Yes, there is one more thing, admin configuration. Let's say here batch number 72, admin workflow. Say save. This is for the abbreviation leave. See guys, once you're having a format, this is really easy. This is a really easy, crazy and crazy. So this is the crazy. Okay, now my bereavement leave is completed. Now let's talk about one more leave called paternity leave. Paternity leave. So let's go ahead and create for paternity leave. So in paternity leave, this is also same. We'll be having multiple conditions. Of course, it won't be having any kind of time account type. The time account won't be there. It's a paternity. Will give conditions that where we can write the take rules. Let's say if you are in a probation, then only if you are in probation you can't take maternity leave. Sorry, paternity leave, and 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 there are some, let's say if you are having more than two childs, then you cannot take paternity leave. Okay, and there are some certain conditions you can maintain it. Okay, we'll see one by one. Okay, now let's go ahead. Paternity leave, how we can do it. you know Paternity leave, bereavement leave, sick leave, annual leave, these are comes into one type of family actually. Okay, but maternity leave is there, right? That's a different configuration altogether. And sabbatical leave is there, right? Both are different actually. That's the reason I did not configure. I'll show that one. These are one belongs to one family, right? I'm creating it. Next one, I'm creating same time type for paternity leave. So for paternity leave as well, we'll create this also same absence only. Batch number 72 underscore paternity leave. Copy this one. Let's go for paternity leave, and I'll make it an external code as a paternity leave. Okay. Once external code is completed, then I want to deploy for country. I'll make the country is called India. Okay. And then I'll make the unit per days. I'll make it up. And when I say per days, unit per day, I'll take paternity day, same full day bookings allowed. So you can take full day bookings. Then absence classification, this is absence only, and absence class I'll take unspecification. Okay, then this is also clear. Then next what happens? Next I have done this, I have done this, I've done this, 6 steps I have done back to back. Next, duration display according to 100%. This one also will follow the calendar days only. Display according to work schedule. Oh, sorry, according to work schedule only. And if you want, no, if you want to take care of, if you want to take care of, let's say some employees will be there, some organization where they'll give 5 days only. They'll give 5 days only. Mostly in every paternity, people will do on that, where they will take care of, Monday to Friday. Mostly and recommended. Mostly they'll plan Monday to Friday only. Okay, but depends upon the customer to customer. They will tell you, some people, if someone is allowing, someone is taking a paternity leave, it's a mandatory of 5 days. They'll take if they're taking Thursday and Friday working day, and Saturday Sunday is a benefit for them. And next again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday they'll continue it. Companies allow it, but there are some companies, who are in the manufacturing clients and sector. Even though Saturday Sunday working day for them, so that's the reason they will count it as Saturday Sunday is countable, and their payslip will count for 30 days, including Saturday and Sunday. So for them, we'll take them as a calendar days. Depends, guys. These all are depends when you're talking with the multiple customers, their approaches. Every company is having their own time policies. Every company, let's say you talk about the IBM is having a different standard policy. You go for Accenture is having a different policy. You go for customer of Tata, Tata Telecom, different time policy. Tata Automobiles, different. Or even go for Tata Coffee, different time policy. Or you go for Wipro, different time policy. Every company they does it. Even in my company, in Catriox Consulting, yes, we have a different time policy. Okay, all right. And even manufacturing customers, battery, Amar Raja batteries, different time policy. Or even I can tell Exide batteries, different policy. Okay, right. Aditya Birla Insurance, which is a product of Aditya Products, Aditya Life Insurance Products, Aditya Finance, Birla Finance. Same. These are the different products. Okay, so we'll take it up. Working days is a work schedule, and when I take the work schedule, so here I'll take request non-working days should be no only. Okay, this is also completed. The next balance calculation until the duration. Okay, until the duration, and then I'll until the date balance calculation, consider booking until this, and post time accounts. I'll tell you what does this mean by. Okay, and in the time account tab I'll tell you. Next, workflow configuration. Let's go for workflow configuration, batch number 72, and fill it time off. Okay, and here also I'll make it up admin workflow as well, and I'll make it up on batch number 72 admin workflow, and I have created. So altogether 4 time types I have created. Altogether 4 time types I have created. Now I'm going to create maternity leave. I'm going to create maternity leave. So for the maternity leave, especially here, let's go for it's a time type again. Time type. Guys, so far now I told you, I'm telling again, it is a quota. It is quota. Even if you want to give a quota, you can give a quota for this one as well. Even for Brement also, you can give a quota, but you can tell them that every year it's a permanent account type. Every year will give them chances. Every year will get generated, whether use or not doesn't matter. There is a balance will get generated. Okay. So this is quota actually, and this is also quota. Okay, and this one we have a lot many conditions. This one also we have a standard conditions. Every company by default conditions. Indian companies, if you're going to Japan is having different maternity policy. Or even I can tell you few more as well. Let's say employee a maternity leave, sorry, what do you say, some of the leave will be there for child care leave, purchase leave, some of the leaves like adoption leave, or even for women's, especially they'll be having some more leaves, like let's say what do you say, there are some people are talking surrogacy leave, or child adoption leave, or even or extending parental leave. It's a paid leave. Unpaid leave is there. Unpaid leave. Okay. and yes, obviously these all are there. Okay, and even female some of the leaves will be there like adopting the child. Adopting the child also is one more leave. Surrogacy is different. Adopting the child is different. Okay, and different. There are a lot many are there. Okay, now let's go for the maternity leave. And I'm telling you 5 leaves only. I can explain you better. So we can work it out based upon the time is matter, right? So whatever I'm configuring, guys, this is the 12 weeks project. 12 weeks project where I'm explaining you. There's a real-time project I'm talking to you. I am explaining you a real-time project. You go for an Indian customer, you work for the same configuration. No, even not change even a single word. Not change even a single word. Same configuration. You play my video and configure for your customer. You play my video and configure for your customer. Okay? Now, let's go ahead. Now here, when I'm talking to the maternity leave, let's go and create it. Let's go for batch number 72. Let's go for maternity leave. Maternity leave. Copy and say here uh, maternity leave. Sorry. So external code here. All right. External code is completed. After the external code, what is my dhanda? And it has to go to country. I need to bind for country. Let's go for country region India. External code. Naming conventions are completed. Next country region. Okay, done. Next go for unit. So here obviously I'll take maternity leave always days only, guys, not hours. Okay, days. So then after then it's the same classification. Absence is absence, and absence class is unspecific. This is also clear. Next, what else? Absence class duration according to this one. This is a little bit tricky here. So here, you can choose that duration display according to work schedule. No, even Saturday, Sunday, 180 days, right? It means almost 25 weeks probably. How many? 20, yes, altogether 180 days. Paid vacations, paid vacations, paid vacations. So I'll take calendar days, which means Saturday, Sunday also countable. Okay. Next, what else? So important thing that once we do this one, then configure workflow, and we have done this one and configuration for according to calendar is completed. Next. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead for the things. Workflows. Let's add the workflow. Let's go for batch number 72. Okay. And a cancellation workflow, yes. And say admin workflow, same. Batch number 72. Admin. And attention group, it's okay. Posting priority, it's okay. And unit fraction per day, it's a full day, only full day bookings. And undetermined end date, yes. Undetermined end date allowed, yes, okay, okay, and that's it. So this is the way how, yeah. Now the differentiation as of now is clear. Now the differentiation is we need to create the event reason, leave of absence event reason, and leave of absence return to work. So two event reasons will be there, always start and no leave of absence start and end. So here we should have a leave of we need to create the two event reason for it. So let's say here return to work, uh, this is for leave and reason. Let's go for leave of absence. So this is for leave of absence where employee is going for, I think here LY is there, maternity leave. So people has created already. Let's go to the system. Let's go for and see that organization pay and job structure. Let's go and see it. Event reason I'm talking about. Event reason. Let's go for event reason. I'm saying maternity. So here, paid maternity leave is there. Paid, unpaid maternity leave. Paid maternity, unpaid. Unpaid maternity is nothing but extending your maternity leave. If you're extending your maternity leave, that's unpaid only. If it is a paid maternity leave, it's a paid maternity leave. So paid maternity leave will be for 180 days, and after then we can extend. There are some companies are there where they will extend the maternity leave by with a name called unpaid maternity leave. Some companies they will give the unpaid maternity leave by they used to call it the name called child care leave. Child care leave. Okay, and let's go for paid maternity leave. So here in paid maternity leave, it's a paid leave of absence. The event is LOA. See here, this is called the leave of absence. The event. Okay, all right. Now come down here, assign that one same maternity leave. This is an leave of absence. The event is leave of absence. The event is leave of absence here. The event is leave of absence. When your event is selected, this one automatically gets selected. So here return to work. Let's say here return to work, return to work. So return to work. Can you see return from the leave? So even this one also same event reason. Only for this one, guys, return to leave. So he's back to work. Back to work. Okay. You know what happens in the back end? Job information association. These are things works. That's the reason. Okay. So now here I'm saying back to work. Okay. And done. And this is only one difference. Only one difference. Leave of absence. Sabbatical leave, educational leave, and for them, we'll use these type of things. A maternity leave. Okay. And say done. That's it. So this is the way how to create maternity leave time type. Now, so far now we have created time types only. Can I call ourselves? Can we completed time of implementation 50%? Yes, we can say 50%. Now what else? 45 percentage is time account type we need to configure. 45 percentage time account type. You understand, right? Sir, work schedules are there, holiday and holiday calendars are there, holiday calendar and time types. These all are these three concepts, different concepts. So far we discussed it. I'm claiming them as a 50 percentage. 50 percentage. How many topics? Four topics actually. Custom in work schedule we have three customizations. Simple period schedule, and again in holiday calendar. Right? We did couple of things in holiday calendar. Even the work schedules we have a start clock in clock outs and customization lot. Similarly, now onwards we have a time account type, which is a 40%, 45% of customization. We will see this 45% of customization for the next 2 or 3 days. Obviously it will take 2 3 days easily. It won't take one day. It's easily it will take, because it's a implementation I'm doing. It's a project implementation, guys. It's a project implementation. Whatever I am doing it right now in my system, same configuration you will do it in your customer place for your time of implementation for customization. If it's a best practices implementation, by default you will get it, these things, but you'll need to change it. That's it. But no one will take you if you did in a best practices implementation in time. No one will take you into the company for sure. They'll reject your profile because you're not going to do it. Just you will do testing. That's it. Always you need to claim yourself that you have did custom implementation for time. How to tell yourself, hey, how you will implement the time of implementation. Time of implementation, there is a strategy I told in the beginning of it, and we need to activate the objects and everything. Next, then let's cover the holiday calendar, then workflows are done, then talking about time tab. So time tab, how you are creating it, time tab sequence. I have created time tab sequence, right? This is the way only you need to create the time tab sequence. So tomorrow we will, whatever the time types we created, their time account type.